G'day tubers. So, we had a bit of an issue with some of the gel cell 4 volt battery combination cell things. These beasts. A lot of them failed and carried on, so I had these 4 sitting here. My mate Clinton gave me a 24 volt power inverter because he's built a 12 volt system. So he's like, you can have the inverter. So I had a 24 volt inverter. Had enough of these batteries to make 200, 220-ish amp hour at some 110, 102, 116. So yeah, so let's say 220 amp hours at 24 volts. Just a bit over 4.8 kilowatts. So I thought, yeah, let's just bond a few of these together tonight because, well, we disconnected the rest of the pack. So I said, oh, let's put them together. Now, we've connected up that little charge controller just so the light bar runs. So I can do a bit of work in here, but this is all going to have to get redone. Ideally, I need to buy a shipping container is what I want. Put all this in at once and be able to do it properly instead of just dodging stuff together. But anyway, so we've currently got main positive, main negative of these 4. The antimatter running on it, charging up poor little Full River 40, which ran the light bar for the first 2 hours in the shed. Did a good job, but because we're feeding this thing 24 volts, it's only pulling 7.6 amps out of the battery, which is just under 25 volts. And we also did a couple of tests with this thing. That little screen there is a pretty useless thing. I reckon it's 7 degrees Celsius, and the amperage meter here doesn't work. I reckon it's 219 volts. Anyway, I started a 7.5 inch circular saw with it though. A variable speed grinder it didn't enjoy, just a frequency fight thing. It's meant to be pure sine wave, 2,500 watt. And when you can grab one of these 2,000 watt heat guns. Oh no, that was silly. Anyway. It's a nice way to treat your LiPo charger. Just a hard off like that, but anyway. So this is going to be the temporary battery bank for the time being. I also have another couple 100 amp hour of cells that can go together in a 24 volt formation, and this will just be my solar power for this side of the shed for the time being. I don't like the way these plug in sometimes, but anyway, at least it's got actually Australian plugs instead of them multi-fit weird ones. Okay, so most inverters I've tried with this heat gun, screen doesn't even light up. As you can see, this can run it. Not bad at this. Not bad at all. It says we're at 23 volts at the inverter, which is consistent with what that charge controller up there says. That is pulling some pretty significant amps. 2000 watts, about 100 amps, 24 volts kind of thing, 80 amps. So yeah, just let that cool down again. Didn't run for too long, it's all good. Just re-plug in the LiPo charger. Don't like the way some capacitors start things like that, it worries me. Get back to charging the battery. So this little 24 volt brick of these cells, it's Powerlight 100s. Be a good thing for the time being. I don't think I can get any more of these ones, but I can get more of these big yellow power safe ones, so I might put them in the shipping container and sell these ones off. Not sure. Work that out another day. Yeah, as you see, it does something. It says 14 degrees Celsius down. A little temperature controlled fans, that's cool, in the inverter. So yeah, that'll just be my run stuff outside inverter for the time being off these beasts. Might even link some other stuff together and make more batteries in parallel. All the solar experts don't like batteries in parallel, but when you're dealing with a cheap system, so free inverter, $30 charge controller, which I got at the scrapyard, and $100 odd each. Oh, a little bit more for these batteries. I think I paid $1.20 an amp hour, something like that, something along those lines, plus GST. And yeah, I bought them off a reputable recycler. So yeah, that's the kind of grunt we can get out of these. Happily run a 2000 watt heat gun, which is a frequency based one as well. It actually pulses up and down and all kinds of things, and even on the end of an extension lead it plays up sometimes, but awesome on this thing. Right now we're punching out 13 amps at 14 volts over that little shieldy. So grand total of 7 amps. I had to look in the manual to work out how to make this redetect voltage with its dip switches. Same story, this poor thing needs rewiring properly. At least I got some big output cables out of it. Solar's on, so in the morning when the sun comes up we'll start charging these beasts up. I've got no metering on it though. I might see if I can't work out what to do with that serial cord one day. I'll have to read the manual and see if I can plug that into a computer and take that off there. Those heat sinks actually are there for a reason, they do something. So you would pull 13 amps at 12 volts out of this bank, and probably 8 amps for that big light bar. Just chilling at 24 volts, 24.6. So I'll charge a few batteries and things out of these tomorrow. Get the clamp meter out and see how many amps at 24 we get come out of this thing. This thing can do up to 45 amps. So 45 amps at 24 volts is a pretty serious charge. But we only have, what have we got in panels? We've got 750 watts of panels up on this roof, feeding into this charge controller. If I can get my hands on a 48 volt inverter, we may even go 48 volt system in the shipping container power system thing that I want to build with these. But anyway, we'll get to that another day. Thanks for watching. I've yabbered for long enough. Buy some merch in the description. You want some codes for this or inverters or whatever, I'll leave some things in the video description that are all affiliated links. Thanks heaps for watching. Sorry it's a mess. Been real busy. We'll get back to it and make something cool out of it again. Thanks for watching, guys.